Welcome, dear friends, to tonight's bedtime story. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the stars above guide you into dreams. Each story is filled with magic, kindness, and wonder. Now, snuggle in and let's begin. Tonight's story, The Four Brothers, follows four young men who each learn a special skill out in the wide world. When a fearsome dragon threatens the kingdom, they must combine their unique talents to save the princess. Let's discover how working together can solve even the greatest of challenges. Once upon a time, there lived a poor man who had 4 sons. When they were grown, he said, "My dear children, I have nothing to give you but my love. Go into the world and learn a trade so you may make your own way." The brothers packed their bags, hugged their father, and set out together with hopeful hearts. After many days, they came to a place where the road split into 4 paths. The eldest said, "Let us each follow a different road and return here in 4 years' time." They promised, "We will meet again at this very spot," and each went on his own journey to seek his fortune. The eldest brother met a man who asked, "What would you like to learn?" "A good trade," said the young man. "Then come with me," said the man, "and I will teach you to take what others cannot, without anyone ever knowing." The boy agreed and learned to move silently and swiftly. In time, he became a clever thief, but one who used his skill for good. The second brother met a wise old man with a telescope. "Would you like to see all that happens in heaven and on earth?" he asked. The boy's eyes sparkled. "Yes, please." So he became an astronomer, learning about stars, clouds, and secrets far away. When he finished, his teacher gave him the telescope and said, "With this, nothing will be hidden from you." The third brother met a strong huntsman who carried a shining gun. "Would you like to learn to hunt?" he asked. The boy agreed and soon became quick and brave. His teacher said, "Take this gun, it never misses its mark." The young man thanked him and became a skilled hunter, proud and kind-hearted. The youngest brother met a cheerful tailor sitting by the road. "Would you like to learn to sew?" he asked. "Sewing all day sounds dull," said the boy. The tailor laughed. "Not with me. My needle can stitch anything, from soft eggs to hard steel." The boy was curious and learned from him. When he left, his teacher gave him the magic needle and said, "It can mend anything, even the impossible." 4 years later, the brothers met again at the crossroads, smiling and hugging one another. "Let's return to father and show him what we've learned," said the eldest. They walked home together, their hearts full of stories. Their father was overjoyed. "The wind has blown my boys back to me," he said, laughing. Under the big oak tree outside their home, the father said, "Let me see your skills." He looked up and asked the astronomer, "How many eggs are in that bird's nest?" The astronomer looked through his telescope. "5, father." "Fetch them without disturbing the bird," said the father. The thief climbed up and brought the eggs down without the bird noticing. The father placed the 5 eggs on the table. "Now," he said to the hunter, "split all 5 with one shot." The hunter aimed carefully, and bang! All 5 eggs were neatly cut in half. "Now it's your turn," said the father to the tailor. "Sew them back together so the little birds are safe." The tailor took his magic needle and sewed the shells so smoothly that no seam could be seen. Then the thief climbed up again and placed the eggs back under the mother bird. Days later, the eggs hatched and tiny birds chirped with red rings around their necks, a mark of the tailor's perfect stitching. Their father smiled proudly. "You have used your time well, my sons. Each of you has great skill. Someday, you will use it for something truly important." Not long after, terrible news spread across the kingdom. A dragon had taken the king's daughter and flown away. The king announced, "Whoever saves my daughter shall marry her." The 4 brothers said together, "This is our chance to help and to prove what we can do." The astronomer raised his telescope and searched the skies. "I see her," he cried. "She sits on a rock in the sea. The dragon sleeps beside her." They hurried to the king and asked for a ship. "Brave sons," said the king, "go and bring her back." They sailed off at once, ready to face danger together. When they reached the rock, the dragon was snoring loudly beside the princess. "I dare not shoot," whispered the hunter. "I might harm her." The thief said, "Leave it to me." Quiet as a shadow, he crept across the rocks, lifted the princess into his arms, and carried her back to the ship. The dragon never stirred. As the ship sailed away, the dragon woke up and roared with fury. He flew after them, his wings shaking the sea. Just as he was about to strike, the hunter raised his gun, took careful aim, and shot the dragon through the heart. The beast fell with a crash, but his giant body shattered their ship to pieces. The brothers clung to floating planks in the sea. "Hold on!" cried the tailor. He took out his magic needle and began to stitch the pieces of the ship together. Sew, sew, sew. Soon the boards joined again, smooth and strong. The brothers and the princess climbed aboard safely. "Your needle saved us all," said the astronomer. When they returned home, the king was overjoyed. "My daughter is safe," he said. He held a great feast to honor the 4 brothers. "One of you shall marry the princess," said the king. But the brothers each spoke up. Every one of them had played a part. The astronomer said, "Without me, you would not have found her." The thief said, "Without me, you could not have freed her." The hunter said, "Without me, the dragon would have destroyed us." The tailor said, "Without me, we would all have drowned." The king thought carefully and said, "Each of you is a hero, and each deserves the same reward." The king smiled and declared, "The princess shall choose her own path, and each of you shall have half a kingdom to rule." The brothers agreed happily. "Better to share peace than to fight for pride," they said. So each ruled wisely, often visiting one another and their beloved father. Under the same oak tree where they had once been tested, their father would say, "My sons, when you work together, even dragons fall." And the brothers would smile, remembering their adventure. And so, the four brothers learned that when we share our gifts, even the greatest challenges can be overcome. With that, our story comes to an end. May your dreams be filled with kindness and wonder. Good night, little dreamers. Until next time, sweet dreams under the stars.